Hello, you're with Libby from LibbyStamps.com, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia, and I'm coming to you to show you another technique with the Stamparatus. But first I just wanted to talk to you about a couple of things, a couple of tips. Alright, so when we stamp with our clear photopolymer stamps, we need some foam. It doesn't matter what type of stamp you are stamping with, there needs to be foam somewhere in that equation. So if you're stamping with our clear red stamps, they're called clear because you mount them on acrylic blocks. They've already got the foam on them. Then if you're stamping with our photopolymer stamps, such as the Happy Birthday Gorgeous set, they don't have any foam on them. So we need some foam. Now, I like to keep my foam nice and clean. So what I've done is I've cut a piece of our Stampin' Up grid paper, 7 inches by 7 inches, and I'll put the measurements up on my blog. And then I've trimmed off along the edges so it's about 1/4 inch from the edge. So you've got about 7 1/4 inches there. And then I've laminated it and just trimmed it up. So I can put that on my foam and keep my foam clean if I'm worried about that. I don't need that today. What I've got today is a template that I've made, again out of the grid paper, and I'm keeping it. So I've given myself a little note to put this in the top left-hand corner, this side up. And I made that by using the largest square out of the layering squares. So that's this one here. And I ran it through the big shot that way. There we go. And then took that square out. And then I eyeballed it a bit and ran it through diamond ways to get a diamond shape. Alright, so that's how I've got this shape here. And then for my wreath, which is what we're going to do, I've just cut out another square using that same layering square. So that's the layering squares framelits dies. They come in very handy, not just for this sort of technique, but for many other techniques as well. So they don't come on the magnetic sheet, but I buy those and cut them up for all my framelits and thinlits. I just find it's easier to work with them that way rather than trying to get them off the white sheet. Alright, so I'm using the stamp set Happy Birthday Gorgeous. It's carried over from last year's catalogue, but it's just beautiful. It's got lots of flowers and it's got balloons, so if you're not a floral person, use the balloons, leaves, it's got the tails of the balloons, other things, and it's got some lovely sentiments as well. Alright, so that's what we're going to use. I'm also going to use this new dynamic textured embossing folder called Tufted, and I've already gone ahead and done that. I don't know if you can see that, but it's just beautiful. It's almost like it's quilted. So we're going to use that to make the card as well. And I have got some punches that we're going to use. The classic label punch, the 1 3/8 scallop circle punch, and the 1 1/4 circle punch. And then our inks are going to be Highland Heather, Balmy Blue, and Lemon Lime Twist. So I've already gone ahead and mounted up my stamps, so I won't move them. And I'll bring in my square, and we're going to start it with the square in place. And I'm going to put my plate in, the hinge. Now, you'll find it handy to have something under your plate for when you're inking, but because I'm doing the video and the video stands a bit in the way, we'll make do. Usually if you use the stamp case or the stamp case that you've got your Simply Chamois in. Oh, here's another tip. Look, the new stamp pads. All right, they might be a little bit stiff to open to start with. Press your 2 fingers on the back, lift and slide. So that's a good tip for that. All right, so I'm inking up in Highland Heather, and I've got my square in place, and I've got my stamps in place. Now, photopolymer are sticky and they will lift your square up, but that doesn't matter because you can just slide it back in to the template you made. And then we're going to move that round. I'm turning to my left, and I'm going to move it round once to my left, keeping it in the square position. Ink up and stamp down. All right, turn it again to the left, keeping it in the square position. Ink up and stamp down, and one more time, keeping it in the square position. Turn it, ink up and stamp down. And then normally I'd bring my Simply Chamois in to clean this, but disappeared somewhere. I think I accidentally mailed it to somebody when I was mailing out a package, so they're lucky. So I'm just cleaning up with wet wipes until I get a new Simply Chamois, which I can't live without. All right, now I'm going to bring in some balmy blue. All right, again, squeeze at the end. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. No, this one's not going to work. So there we go. All right, now this time I'm going to move it to the diamond position. All right, so we're going to go like that. Line it up, ink up. Now these will overlap a little bit, but that's all right. They look pretty together. These 2 colours, turn it round, keeping it in the diamond position, and I turn to my left. You can turn to your right, it doesn't matter, as long as you're always turning in the same direction. Ink up, stamp down, again, keeping it in the diamond position, ink up, stamp down, and then one more time I think. Turn it once more in the diamond position, ink up. Now I have a special on the Stamparatus at the moment. If you buy the Stamparatus through my online store, I will send you a free silicone craft sheet, which comes in handy for your Stamparatus, and I'll talk to you about that in just a minute. All right, so I've inked up and I'm going to stamp down. All right, okay, now we're not quite finished yet. I suggest you buy the Simply Chamois. Even though wet wipes are handy, they do become expensive and they're not that environmentally friendly, but your Simply Chamois just cleans underwater, and yeah, it gets them all clean. So all right, now I'm coming in with the leaf stamp. Now I've already positioned that, so I'm inking up with Lemon Lime Twist. Now the Stampin' Spots would come in handy for this if you've got them. Need to make sure it's in the right place. There we go. And stamp. And this time we're going to go diamond square. So just keep turning to your left, just one bit, and stamp. Turn again, diamond this time, ink up, stamp, ink up. Now you can do this with any stamp set really, just have a bit of a play. Make your template using the largest layering framelit and give it a go. Great use of your Stamparatus. Did I miss one there? Alright, I'll just go around once more. Just have a play with it. And the Stamparatus just makes it so easy. Alright, so that's our little wreath made. And as I said, buy Simply Chamois to clean off your plates and your stamps, and it'll all be good. Alright, so now I don't know if you've heard about my way to not lose stamps when you're using your stamp set, but I put them back on the front of the stamp case so I know where they are. Alright, and then later on I can go and put them away. So that's our wreath done. I've shown you how to make the template. Now, here's the tip for using your silicone craft sheet. You can use it in the right hand corner if you're stamping in the corner, and it just brings the mat up like a shim, just a tiny bit. But when you put your plates away, if you can close one plate, so you can pop that in there like that, pop your craft sheet on top, and then pop your other plate, because you can't close the two together and they don't move. So that's why I'm giving away a free silicone craft mat with every purchase of a Stamparatus through my online store. We're going to come in and make our card, and I'm going to I've just cut a 3 by 3 inch square of balmy blue, and I'm just going to add my wreath to that, just with liquid adhesive. Okay, and then what I've done is I've punched out a scallop circle out of the balmy blue and a plain white circle, and I'm just going to attach those two like that. And there we go. I'm just going to glue that on there like that. So add a bit of glue to the back and add that on the corner, and then I'm going to set that aside to dry while we make our card. So I've just got a piece of Whisper White cardstock here. You can use thick Whisper White if you would like, and it's 14.9 by 21, folded at 10.5, and my piece of tufted embossed piece is 14.4 by 10, and I'm just going to add some glue to this, and you will find if I add a bit in the middle, then use the wedge tip of your Tombow just to spread that around a bit, and you'll get it'll stick better. For some reason these ones that are a bit textured sometimes decide they want to lift, and you don't know why, and it just seems to be if you can spread the glue a little bit more, they look much better. So there we go. So there's that bit. Alright, and then I'm going to add my piece here. Again, I'm going to add it just with liquid adhesive. I'll put that extra little bit in the middle because I want it to stick well to the textured Impressions embossing folder, like that. So I'll use that stamp and happy birthday. What I'm going to do is bring in my Stamparatus again. So I've got these two stamps. So I bring in the Stamparatus. Okay, now I'm just going to stamp this up in the top right hand corner, and I'm just going to stamp the happy birthday. So I'm going to do that in Memento, and because I've put my card in the corner, I know if it lifts up I can just move the card back into the corner, and I know my stamp will be perfectly aligned. So again, the Stampin' Spots would be handy for this, but I haven't gone down that road yet, but I will shortly. Alright, and stamp it down, give it a bit of a press, and notice because I'm using the photopolymer again, I've used the sponge mat that they've given us. Again, take that stamp off and put it on the front of my stamp case so that I know it's there. And now, so I just need to put this around it. Alright, so that'll do there. And close my hinge lid down, open it up again, make sure my card is in the corner. I'm going to come in with some balmy blue and ink that up, stamp down. You can buy all these products in my online store. Go to libbystamps.com and click on the shop button, and you'll be able to shop with me. Now don't forget my Stamparatus special of you buy through my online store and I will mail you out a free silicone craft sheet. Alright, so that's that bit done, and we're almost done. Alright, classic label punch it out. Good that Stampin' Up give us these punches and dies that go with everything. Line it up, and what I do with my punches is I sort of hold the card and then move it until I'm happy with where it's placed before I punch down. Okay, then I'm going to pop a mini Stampin' Dimensional on the back of that. Take the backing off on there, and I think it needs a bow of some sort. How about some linen thread? Bring in my bow tying tool. Out of linen thread, just as well. I've got more. It is Stampin' Up linen thread. I just wind it onto a spool, because if you leave it on the card, I noticed you get kinks in it, so that's just my preference. Make it into a little ball where I want it, so about there. And I will do a card insert and the envelope later and show you on my blog. So there's the sample wreath we started with. That was sort of my experiment. And there's the card that we've come up with. So I hope you enjoyed that video, and you give me a thumbs up and you share it with friends and you subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to shop with me. Go to libbystamps.com, click on the shop button. If you buy a Stamparatus from me, I will send you a silicone craft mat for free. Okay, thanks so much. Bye for now.
It'll take creation, imagination. Try to draw outside the line. Let us see inside your mind. You'll find